Several months have passed since the puddle jumper was destroyed. I was out of work for over a month and was forced to buy a new vehicle. Unfortunately, I find myself in my early 60s in the debt that I pulled myself out of years ago, and a financial setback that I probably will never recover from. From Stargate Atlantis to Star Trek to Deep Space Nine, I introduced the world to the puddle jumper's little brother, the Cisco, a 2021 Murano. And just like that, I was hit again. 1 month after the Mosquito hike. So as I am recording this, I am waiting for the car to be fixed. The insurance companies to do their job. Yep, that's me, 60 and 61. B12, E, multi, C, magnesium, and fish. Well, I was going to say, let's go. However, I get into the car and I saw a text from one of the insurance companies that was telling me that my car was finally dropped off at the right body shop. So I stopped at the body shop. So I was going to go in, sign a few papers, then get out and head out to the helipad, which is where I was headed to. However, I get there, they said the car wasn't there, but then the car was there because the people who picked it up were supposed to drop it off, left the keys in the car, and didn't say anything to them about the car was there. So now the person who hit me, their insurance company, it was been their adjustment or whoever it is, was trying to contact me, but Progressive, my insurance company, didn't tell me, didn't want to pass off my information to them. So I emailed the person and she didn't get back to me right away. As I was leaving, I emailed before I left to get in the car to head on over to my brain is like, it's so foggy right now. That's why. Not Sevierville. Well, you know, it isn't Sevierville. Sevierville, Pigeon Ford area to a helipad, because today was a great big sunny day. Tomorrow's supposed to rain. I didn't want to get up there and try to film anything in the rain, but at any rate, so the whole issue with the car, and so now I'm trying to get in contact with them, but the lady wanted to give me information, and I have no way of writing down any information because I'm not in my own car. So that put a damper on the things that's supposed to happen today. But I ended up stopping in the car to make a phone call and had to leave a message, and looked up and saw that this Thai place that I've been eyeballing since we moved down here, and I spotted it, but they're never open. They only open from a certain time to a certain time, then they're closed, and then they reopen again at dinner. And I'm always missing it because I'm always on the move and I never really think about it because it's over here somewhere. Anyway, perhaps I'll show you what I just brought, because I was supposed to spend money on it. I was supposed to keep my money for something else. But let's see how this goes. Maybe later on in the day, I'll have an update on what's happening with the car. And hopefully, I'll get you that helipad. Anyway, that's it. I'm hot. I'm tired. It's 90 degrees. And it's 12 o'clock. And in East Tennessee, in Knoxville, in this area, period, as the sun's going across, when it gets right up above your head, you can feel the intense heat and sort of the humidity as it's burning up whatever moisture was left from this morning. But it gets really hot between 3 and 5 as that sun hits west. Woo! It's hot. Anyway, I need to try to salvage this day, to get in contact with these people, and hopefully get outside to get some exercise, either to the gym or I'm going to go for a walk later on. My life. Once more with feeling. Giving it the old college. Hey, my door's unlocked. Oh, here we go.
I got my fingers crossed, hoping I won't get lost.
Well, I'm here, and it's time to face that fear. Hope I can do this. We're all going to find out together. Well, this is my pre-fight look. Yeah, this is nerve-wracking. This was supposed to happen about 10 years ago. Cheryl was trying to get me to go on. We were going to go on together, and unfortunately, I'm doing this alone. And I got heights, I got vertigo, all kinds of stuff. So let's see how this goes. I'm taking a shorter flight. They didn't have anybody any group that was close by for the shorter flight, so I just decided, I'll just pay for 2 tickets, 2 seats, and I'll just take it by myself.
Do you not want to sit in the front?
Sure, I'll sit in the front. Oh, that'd be wonderful. Cheryl, I did it. And to the rest of you watching this. Woo! Remember I said that there was nobody else around because you usually have to go in the group, have to be with 2 people. And so there was, like I said before earlier, there was no one around because they had one other guy, it was his first time. And so they were trying to reach him, but he wasn't close by to come in for, to come in early at the time I was leaving. So I ended up getting in by myself. Anyway, paying for the two passenger, the 2 spots. But here's the point. When she first offered it to me, she was telling me about this lake, this ridge runner thing, which is about, I think it's like 20 or 30 minutes long, and it was 100 and whatever it was. I ended up paying about almost 100. Well, it was 60 because it gave me a 15% discount. But and to fly over the mountains, I said, you know what? If I like it, I'll come back and I do it. I really, really wanted to do it, but I wanted to take a short one to see how I liked it and see how it felt. The takeoff is nothing like an airplane, thank God for that. But it is that whole, like I'm on a sea on the water and moving. But since I have vertigo, which I explained to her, she said she has seasickness, but she's flying in an airplane because she's actually a pilot. I'm rattling, I forgot where I was going with this. So, the biggest problem I had was on the turns. Because when you turn, man, the pressure you feel in your head. And so I had to learn real quickly when we were taking off, I was filming, which was the dumbest thing I can do because I immediately got dizzy. But it's like when you're driving, she said in a motorcycle, which I've never been on a well, kind of way back when I was in my teens. But I figure like when I'm driving around close turns, I usually lean into it, don't lean out. It's just like the little steeplechase ride I used to take in, any of my family was watching this. Remember that steeplechase, that horse ride we used to ride at up in Westchester County? It's just like that. You lean into a turn, you don't lean out because you will fly right off. Well, I learned real quick, lean in. But as we were landing, that turn was so steep, my head was turned all the way over. But anyway, that was it. I really did like it. I was too busy filming a little bit, and since it was a short ride, I wanted to get as much as I possibly could to see much. And since it was just like I took the shorter route, which is 8 minutes, and it's the lake view. So next time I come back out here, I hope to God to come back really, really soon, sooner than later. I'm gonna take that longer one straight through the mountains. That would probably be so awesome to see the mountains from above, because I'm usually seeing the mountains below, walking through, and so it would be really, really cool to see what it looks like above me. Like in a TV movie or a TV film. So it is now 11:39. I think I want to go and get me some food to eat. I will put the name down at the bottom because I can't remember what the name of this thing was. I believe it's Scenic Routes, but I'll put the name in here somewhere. Out here in Sevierville, Pigeon Forge area of Tennessee. Now, let's eat. Oh, I remember. When I was telling you before, what I forgot, I was trying to remember, and I got sidetracked, was the young woman I was talking to, she's a pilot, and she was saying, well, I can get you on this flight, and that one will go over there, and it's a big one, and you can sit in the front seat. And I was like, front? No, I don't think so. I don't think so. And so the guy, when we were going out, when you saw me riding towards it, we were in the, I think, is it the Cola Polaris? The whatever you want to call that, the side-by-sides. And we went out because the helipad in this one was a little further back. And so as we're going and we ride up, I'm like, wait, because the pilot had his hand around the front seat, which was open. I said, hold on, is that seat, he got his, is that seat open because I'm supposed to sit there? He's like, yeah. I'm like, no, not the front. Not the front. And so I ended up being in the front seat, which was probably, I know is the best seat because I got the best view. It was short and I was busy filming, so I didn't really pay attention. And since it was a short ride, I didn't really get to see a lot. But hopefully, like I said earlier, sooner than later, I'll come back out here and take a longer ride. And I'll let you in on a little secret. This is the second time I just did this. Because I pulled out the phone and I started talking and looked over and I never pressed the play button. So I had to do all that over again and didn't remember half of what I said. But you got the most important part. I was in the front seat. Okay, now it's time to eat.
Take the next right onto Great Smoky Mountains Parkway, Winfield Dunn Parkway.
So what's for lunch? Or actually breakfast? I don't know why I said lunch. Buc-ee's! Listen, if you're on this side of 40, you might as well just stop here before you head on over to Knoxville. So what do we have? Hang on a second. I left too early to break my fast at home, and I ate late until maybe 9 o'clock. I think I was the last meal I ate, and it was a little bit trash. So what are we having today? The famous brisket, some coffee, and potato salad. I know what you're thinking. A few of you are watching this saying, why? Listen. Growing up as a city kid, or New York, I don't know, I'm quite sure in Philly or some other place that had that. When you go to delis, they usually have this whole little section that has potato salad, macaroni salad, some other stuff, which is basically tastes like macaroni with a bunch of Miracle Whip thrown in. How many of y'all remember Miracle Whip? So, we would go get Heroes or something like that. You get like a little side of potato salad, something like that. So it's an acquired taste. Not everybody likes deli potato salad, but I do. But I'm kind of odd anyway. I used to like school lunch. Go figure. So there you go. I'm gonna eat this and get out of here. We're not gonna talk about the price of it. Just the deliciousness. Okay, so the price is near $9. It's $4.40. No, not $4.40. $8.40 something. But yeah, I'm now going to dig in. Now that I've given you a look at how it looks, I'm going to eat some meat. Home. I was going to finish this in the car. Like, I should have finished this in the car. 2 hours later, I'm just finishing that coffee I had during lunch. But when I went to go and check out the car at the body shop yesterday, I was pulling some stuff out of it, including the cord, so I can plug up the phone in the car. I forgot to look for the phone mount, which at a quick glance I don't remember seeing it, just like I'm missing a patch from on top of the roof, the one that says that all who wander are not lost. A lot of people who've gotten in the car, they love that quote, and I'm thinking, well, maybe it fell off during the accident, but I looked around here and it's not here. And I looked on the floor of the car before I left out the car and handed the keys over to the guy. I still didn't see it. I don't know what happened to it, and I didn't see the phone mount either. So I don't know. What I should have done was check, but the car was, you couldn't drive the car anyway. Oh, so I'm finishing this right here, right now. Well, that was fun. A lot more fun than I thought it would be. A lot less nerve-wracking than I thought it would be. Some time ago, I think I mentioned this earlier, it was at Atlantic City, 2015. which was actually the last summer that we had together. We went off for our that was our 19th anniversary. Yeah, the following year, right, would have been 20 or 19, 18, 19. It doesn't really matter right now. And we left the kids in the hotel room, and Cheryl and I went out walking along the boardwalk and going down. We walked all the way down the other end to this area where they were trying to build it up to look kind of like New Orleans, with a lot of jazz clubs and some other things, and all the way back to the other end past what used to be Trump's Taj Mahal. And we went out on the pier where they have a lot of rides and stuff, and they had this helicopter ride. I kept eyeballing. I was like, let's go. I was like, yeah. And so we were going to do it, and you needed 2 people, something like that. I forgot what it was. I think it was the same thing now. You need to go in pairs of 2 people go with you. And I was like, yeah, I don't know. We'll come back. Maybe. But she knew that, my fear of heights. So, but I was thinking about going back, and I never did. And, when we left, I regretted not doing it, because I don't recall any other opportunity where I could have done it again. And then, of course, the following summer, she died. So we clearly couldn't do that together, and so that was that. Fear is a crazy thing. It can grip you. It could also be the thing that propels you to go out and do something, or to escape a situation that may be harmful to your life or to your family. For me, it has always been that thing that kept me from doing a lot of stuff and from doing anything. There's an old verse years ago I used to just stand on forever for so many things, which was, God had not given us a spirit of fear, or translate timidity, but of peace, of love, and of sound mind, or disciplined mind, depending on the translation that you're reading. And I had to use that because I was having a lot of panic attacks at the time and a whole bunch of other things. And it was one of those things where I just kept repeating over and over and over and over and over, just to give me the strength and to think, okay, you know what? I do have something within me that gives me the strength to be able to get through not only this, but to get through life situations and to think wisely. So, yeah, that is the reason for the title of this particular adventure, was fear, because I now had to conquer something, and on 2 fronts. First, flight. I hate flying in a plane. I'm not too keen on heights, which is weird because I spent I spent my 20s as a construction worker climbing up on a ladder and on 4 or 5 story buildings that had nothing but bare bones, and walking across walking across the beams and working on that, and working on the roofs of buildings. So even then I didn't like it. I wouldn't look over the edge of the roof. I would just keep my eyes focused on the ground that I'm walking on and the area that I was working in. That was it. I don't like the flight. I don't like planes because I don't like the feeling of the plane going and, it's just turbulence. It's like air pockets. It's like hitting a pothole. No, it's this all this and this jumping down, and you can't actually get up and move. But the helicopter was a little bit different. It was more the pressure of turning, and you feel a little bounce up, but it wasn't that bad. So that was one front. The second one was doing this on my own by myself. So I had to conquer that, and I did it. When I left, the young woman, the other pilot, she said, "See, did she say your wife or Cheryl?" No, I didn't tell her my wife's name. She said, "See, I bet your wife is looking down on you right now going, I'm proud of you." But yeah, so if you're curious as to why would you title something like that, that was it. And I really want to do it again. So I think that's it. I had something in my mind, something else to talk about, but between the hour and a half that I drove, because I had to stop to go to the post office, which feels kind of weird. I got the title of the car in the mail, but I don't have the car because the week that I finally paid it off, someone runs into the car. So there you go. So at the moment I'm going to use, I have to turn this car back into not Avis, Enterprise, because Enterprise kind of owns Tennessee. Like everybody uses Enterprise down here. So I have to return the car, and this has gone long enough. This little end of my day chat for today. So I'm trying to get as much as I possibly can out of this and during this time. So yeah, I spent a lot of time editing over the past 2 weeks, and now just trying to get as much as I can out of this week of just getting out and having some fun, which I haven't had much of in a little bit. So it was a good day. It's a good day. You know what? I'm gonna leave it at that. And hopefully I'll see you next time. And you know what? Click the like button, share it, whatever. You may be someone who enjoy the outdoors and stuff like that. Pass it on to somebody else. Even if it's not your thing and you're just watching because of me, because you know me, that's nice. But if you don't like it, if you don't click that like button, if you don't share it, then all of you on social media, you understand how algorithms work. No one will ever see this. And it won't encourage anybody except for, whoever many people view this. There are 5 people, there are 10 people. That's just you. What about everybody else? So that's it. Hopefully I'll see you again. Now I need to upload all of this stuff and start editing it. And get some rest. See you next time.
What?
I just think you should do it. May not get the chance again.
Yeah. She's trying to get me to go on a helicopter ride.
She's going.
No.
Yes.
Swings, maybe? How about that? Wait.